The Herbalife soap opera continues. Look at this stock right now. It's down just about 1.25%. That's the intraday. But Charlie Gasparino has some breaking news right now.
A little bit on my tweet.
Right.
What we understand is this, and I'm going to do it real quick and we'll get into the rest of the show. Sources are telling the Fox Business Network that they continue to haggle with the SEC, with the FTC, which is investigating them over their business model, over the terms of their settlement. They've agreed to pay a fine. They've agreed to make some changes to their business model. But still, they thought they would get this thing done by now. They're still haggling. Listen, I can't tell you it's not going to happen. I think dollars to donuts. The settlement happens,
and
but
the stock has got to go up at that point.
But if you look, it's going down because most people think this thing would end, and it's not ending. They're still haggling over the terms. So, for all I know, it's going to be done tomorrow. But from what I understand, as of late yesterday, terms have not been reached, even though Herbalife has put up numbers of a big fine and some changes to the business model.
Let me ask this question of our viewers. You watch golfing? You know who Phil Mickelson is? Well, the Securities and Exchange Commission announced the findings of a bombshell insider trading investigation today. And 3 men have been named in the case, but only 1 has been arrested, and it's not this guy on your screen. So the others facing charges while working with the government, the 3rd name is the investigation, legendary golfer Phil Mickelson. For more on this, we turn to special guest criminal defense attorney Doug Burns and our senior correspondent Charlie Gasparino. Here's the situation. Dean Foods is the stock. Apparently, there's this golfer dude named Billy Waters, who is the one...
Gambler, too.
Gambler.
Noted gambler.
Walters. Noted gambler, Walters. Doug.
Yes.
Gives Phil Mickelson a little whisper in the ear and says Dean Foods is going to do something. Phil Mickelson invests a lot of... 2.4 million in one stock, which he apparently, according to all his trading history, has never done before, makes 900 grand, and suddenly the SEC
Back
is
up
on
one
him.
step.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
The step is the guy from Dean Foods.
Yeah, I mean,
board members.
What happened was
tells Walters,
right, the gambler,
the guy from Dean Foods is cooperating,
former employee.
So he tells the feds that he gave Walters the inside tip. We know that's a chargeable offense. The question goes, when Walters tells Mickelson that same information, why isn't that?
I have been in many insider trading cases where A tells B, and then B tells C, and then C tells D. And as you go down the chain...
Phil is C.
And Phil is C. So Davis, who's on the board of Dean, tells Walters many times over and over very specific inside information. Earnings reports, earnings forecasts.
And he's an insider.
And he's an insider. So that's a clear case. By the way, they use a prepaid cell phone, which one of them then throws in a waterway. Very strong case. No, very...
This smells to high heaven, but we should say Phil Mickelson will not be charged.
Now, this is the second part now. That smells to high heaven. Now, the Mickelson
Of course.
part.
Go ahead. No, and what happens is he tells Mickelson, Walters does, one particular tip, but here's the key. He doesn't give him anything specific like it's an earnings report, okay, or there's bad or good news. He just tells him buy the
Doug,
stock.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from you. You worked at the SEC.
Yeah.
You have looked at this. In 1 week, Phil Mickelson makes a profit of $900,000.
It doesn't matter. You don't look at how much you make. You could make $100 million if you didn't do anything wrong.
Here's the thing. First of all,
I said originally Mickelson did nothing wrong a year ago.
Yeah, both of us were on saying that. Here's another reason why. They don't have any evidence that when Waters told Mickelson anything other than buy the stock. That's number one. Number two, they don't have any benefit where Mickelson is paying back Walters.
Excellent point, because the Second Circuit case that everybody talks about, Newman, big deal, says that if Charlie gives me a tip, I have to know as the receiver that he's getting a benefit.
But, Doug, doesn't it look strange to you?
Of course it looks terrible, right?
That Phil owed this gambler money.
But he's a gambler. So
but he has $79 million in career earnings.
But it doesn't matter.
He's worth $200 million.
He owes the man money gambling. Okay, fine. So the guy gives him a stock
But I got news for you. But here's the thing. Under the law, it doesn't matter that he owes him. Mickelson why is Walters giving him the benefit? In order for this,
because he owes money.
Wants to get paid back.
That's what it is.
But there's no benefit.
No, but that's what it is. No, there is a benefit. He's getting paid back. But the fact is, look, I'd be the first to tell you if I thought Phil Mickelson did something wrong.
But shouldn't Phil Mickelson have said, this doesn't smell right?
Because,
not gonna
see,
go
there's
on.
an excellent point.
Yeah.
Public relations, totally different discussion. The guy should never have been
It's
involved
not
in
illegal.
that.
What he did is not illegal based
Should
on
the
the fact that we
PGA
have...
Tour do something about it?
No.
No, just issue a statement that Phil Mickelson has indicated that his conduct, you know, may have appeared
Hey, a little bit of inside
PR.
baseball. The guy that got off Michael Steinberg on the same set of circumstances,
Right.
the lawyer Barry Burke, representing Waters on the same set of circumstances. Just remember, Barry Burke could
But by
get
the way,
Waters off.
last footnote of a footnote, guys. What if Walters
all day.
comes in and starts cooperating?
That's the other thing.
Okay.
That would be the only way they could make a case on Phil
And
Mickelson.
some are saying that maybe you look at tournaments and when people are desperate for cash, they throw.
Why would Mickelson be
games.
desperate
I'm
for
saying-
cash?
No, he's loaded. Come on.
He's loaded.
Listen, you never know. Good to see both of you. Doug Burns,
you
thank
never
you.
know.
Charlie Gasparino.